Today's lesson is on equal parts of a set. The goal is that students will understand that fractions can represent equal parts of a set. Again, this lesson should be reviewed based on what you've learned in grade 5. So remembering that the whole for a fraction can be anything that can be divided into equal parts. So for example, that could be a line segment, an angle, a container, apples, oranges, the amount of flour for a recipe, etc. The whole could even be a group of people. So for example, if we wanted to write a fraction for how many students in our class are boys, what do we need to know? Well, we need to know the total number of people in our class for the denominator. So we need to know the total number of students. And then for the numerator, we need to know the total number of boys in our class. Now, we know that we have in our room, we have 15 students. So that's the total number of students. Of those 15 students, we know that 5 of those are boys. So therefore, 5 out of 15 students in our classroom are boys. Now, this fraction isn't actually in the lowest terms because 5 can go into 15. So 5 can go into 5 once, 5 can go into 15 3 times. So we actually say that 1/3 of our classroom is boys. Okay, we could do this also, we could do the same thing with to find out the fraction of students who are girls. We could do it to find out the fraction of students that wear glasses. We could do it to find out the fraction of students who are a part of sports teams. We could make a fraction for anything, any scenario that you could come up with for our class. Now let's look at these shapes specifically on the board. So we have some triangles, we have some squares, we have some circles. For the shapes that are on the board, what fraction of these shapes are shaded? Well, we need to know the number of shaded shapes for the numerator. The numerator is the number that goes on the top. So we have 2 shapes that are shaded, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes in total. So the total number of shapes go on the bottom. The number that's shaded goes on the top. Now for this one, it says what fraction are circles? Well, we know that the denominator, the bottom number, is still going to be 5. We still have the same number of shapes. The picture hasn't changed. But we now need to know the number of circles. So we have 3 of those shapes that are circles. Now the last one here, what fraction of the circles are shaded? So we're looking at only the circles right now. It's what fraction of the circles are shaded. So we need to read really carefully. Well, we can see that there's 3 circles total. Of those circles, only one of those circles is shaded. Now for the bottom, sorry, it's not there, so I'm just going to ask it to you. What fraction of the squares are not shaded? So which fraction of the squares are not shaded? Well, we only have one square on this picture, and it's not shaded, so 1 out of 1 of the squares is not shaded. So here's another group of questions here. So for the shapes above, or for the shapes on the right-hand side, I should say, what fraction of these shapes are shaded? Well, how many shapes do we have in total? We have 5 of them, and of those 5, we can see that 4 of them are shaded. Which fraction of the shapes are not shaded? Well, one of them is not shaded. We still have 5 shapes altogether. Which fraction of the shapes are squares? Well, we have 5 shapes altogether. And we have 3 squares. And then we have what fraction of the shapes are triangles? We have 5 shapes altogether. 2 of those shapes are triangles. Now, what fraction of the triangles are shaded? Well, if we have only 2 triangles and one of those is shaded, then 1/2 of the triangles are shaded. Okay. What fraction of the squares are shaded? Well, we have 3 squares all together, And all 3 squares are shaded, so 3 over 3 for that one. And then what fraction of the squares are not shaded? Well, there's only 3 squares, and all 3 squares are shaded, so the answer to that one would just be 0. Now on your whiteboard, here is a set of pictures, and I want you to answer what the fraction is for the questions above. So I'm going to zoom out on this so you can see the full screen while you're on your whiteboard. Once you have come up with all of these fractions for pictures 1, picture 2, and picture 3, resume your screencast. So here's another picture. We can see that the shapes are of different sizes, but we still have triangles, squares, and circles. So what fraction of the triangles in the set above are shaded? Well, we need to know how many triangles there are altogether. We have 3 triangles in this set of shapes, and we want to know how many are shaded. Well, we have 2 shaded, so we would say that 2/3 of the fraction of triangles in the set above are shaded. What fraction of the shaded shapes are triangles? So now we want to know the shaded shapes. Well, how many shapes here are shaded? Well, we could see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded shapes. And of those 4 shapes, 2 of them are triangles, so 2/4. Now, here's a word problem for you. Let's do A together, and then I want you to do B on your own on your whiteboard and C. So A says a basketball team played 5 games and won 2 of them. What fraction of the games did the team win? Well, we need to know how many games they played all together. So the total number of games was 5, and we know that they only won 2 of them. So they won 2/5 of their game. Complete B and C on your whiteboards. So for B, you should have found that they played 4 games total and they won 3. So the fraction that you're looking for is that they played 4 altogether, and of those 4, they won 3 of them. So what fraction of the games did they win? They won 3/4. And then for C, you should have found that they played 7 games and they won 4 of them. So the fraction of their games they won was 4/7. Now here's another word problem. Sally has 4 red marbles, 2 blue marbles, and 7 green marbles. What fraction of her marbles are red? Well, first we need to know how many marbles Sally has all together. So we need to add these up. So 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 7 is going to get us to 13. So Sally has 13 marbles all together. What fraction of them are red? Well, she has 4 red marbles. So she has 4 out of 13 marbles that are red. Blue or red. So now we need to take blue and we need to take red and add them together. So 6 of those marbles are blue or red, and it's out of 13 marbles, so that goes on the bottom. What fraction of her marbles are not blue? So we need to take 4 and we need to take 7 and add them together to get 11. So 11 of the marbles are not blue. They're either red or green, and she has 13 marbles altogether. And then not green, we need to add red and blue, which would be 6. And then she still has 13 marbles, so 6/13. So which 2 questions have the same answer and why? Well, B and D have the same answer because it's both the total of blue and red marbles added together out of the whole number. So here's another exercise for your whiteboard. Complete this exercise on your whiteboard and then resume your screencast. I'm going to zoom out on the screen so you can see all of it on at once. When you're done, resume for the answers. So what fraction of the shapes are shaded and are circles? You should have found the answer to A was 1/7. What fraction of the shapes are shaded or circles? The answer here is 3/7, 3/7. What fraction of the shapes are not circles? The answer you should have found should have been 5/7. And for D, it says write a question that has the same answers as C. So what fraction of the shapes are blank or blank? You could have gotten what fraction of the shapes are triangles, or I'm just going to draw the picture because it's quicker, squares. I apologize how this came out on the screen, but there's no way for me to fix it. Here's some questions for your whiteboard to try and solve, and then resume for the answers. A team played 5 games. They won 2 out of 5 of their games and lost 3 out of 5 of their games. How many games did they win, and how many games did they lose? B, there are 7 marbles. 2 out of 7 are red, 4 out of 7 are blue, and 1/7 are green. How many blue marbles are there, red marbles, and green marbles are there? So for A, you should have found that the team won. They won 2, they lost 3. For B, you should have found for blue marbles, there are 4. For red marbles, there were 2. And for green marbles, there was 1. Here's a little bit more challenging. So I have 5 squares and circles. Some are shaded and some are not. Draw shapes that fit the puzzles below. You can use circles and sequences of 2 different colors to solve the problem. So for A, I want you to try and draw a picture for this. 2/5 of the shapes are squares. 2/5 of the shapes are shaded. 1 circle is shaded. How many squares are not shaded? Try and solve that on your whiteboard and see what you come up with. So for A, you could have possibly come up with having 1 circle, and it should have been shaded, so it's gray on the inside. You can have 2 other circles that are not shaded. And then you should have also had 2 squares. One of those squares should have been shaded, and one of those squares should have not been shaded for A. Give B a try and see what you come up with. 3/5 of the shapes are squares. 2/5 of the shapes are not are shaded. No circle is shaded. How many squares are not shaded? For today's lesson, I want you to complete page 142 to 143 of your Jump Math book. If you finish early and you're looking for a challenge, give the extension activity a try. That is on your Power Learning. You just need to download it and print it.